This offseason was not just about players, it was about leadership. A lot of teams made changes at head coach, and that usually tells you exactly where a franchise believes it is. Either they think they are close and need the right voice to push them over the top, or they are starting over and trying to build something new. Now, instead of just reacting to names, the better way to look at these hires is through fit. Not just who the coach is, but how they match the roster, the quarterback situation, and the direction of the team. Because that is what actually determines whether a hire works or fails. Starting with one of the most impactful moves, the New York Giants bringing in John Harbaugh gets an A grade. This is not just about experience, it is about stability and structure. Harbaugh has built consistent winning teams for years. Day and his teams are known for discipline and adaptability. For a roster that has struggled with identity, this hire immediately raises the floor. It may not make them contenders overnight, but it gives them something they have been missing, which is a clear direction. Looking at Baltimore, the Baltimore Ravens moving toward Jesse Minter gets a B+ grade. This feels more like a continuity decision than a full reset. He understands the system, the expectations, and the culture already in place. That makes the transition smoother, especially for a competitive team. The real question is leadership at the top level, because being a coordinator and being a head coach are completely different roles. Tennessee takes a different approach, and the Tennessee Titans bringing in Robert Saleh gets a B grade. Saleh brings energy, defensive identity, and a style that players respond to. That alone can change how a team plays week to week. The concern is still offense, because unless that side improves, it limits how far this team can go. This hire raises the effort level, but the ceiling depends on offensive development. Pittsburgh leans into experience, and the Pittsburgh Steelers hiring Mike McCarthy gets a B+ grade. This is a coach who has handled high-pressure situations and understands how to manage a playoff-level team. His offenses have been productive in the past, but the question is whether his system fully fits the current roster. This feels like a safe move, but not necessarily a game-changing one. Buffalo stays internal, and the Buffalo Bills moving forward with Joe Brady gets a B+ grade. This is about continuity, especially with the quarterback. Keeping the same system can help maintain stability and reduce transition issues. The challenge is that continuity only works if it leads to improvement. While if the offense stays at the same level, this move will be questioned. Miami shifts its focus slightly, and the Miami Dolphins bringing in Jeff Hafley gets a B grade. This move suggests a desire for more balance. The team already has explosive offensive talent, so improving the defensive side makes sense. The question is whether that balance can actually be achieved, because changing identity is not always immediate. Arizona continues building long-term, and the Arizona Cardinals hiring Mike LaFleur gets a B- grade. This is clearly a developmental hire focused on building an offensive system over time. The expectation should not be immediate results, but gradual improvement. That makes this a patient move, but also one that comes with uncertainty. Atlanta makes one of the more interesting hires, and the Atlanta Falcons bringing in Kevin Stefanski gets an A- grade. Stefanski has shown he can create efficient offenses and adapt to different situations. With the talent already on this roster, this hire has the potential to unlock more consistency. The key will be how quickly that system takes hold. Cleveland goes toward defensive intensity, and the Cleveland Browns hiring Brian Flores gets a B+ grade. Flores brings toughness and a clear defensive identity, which can change how a team competes. His teams tend to play aggressive and disciplined football. The long-term question will always be offense, because that determines how far they can actually go. And finally, Las Vegas takes a high upside approach, and the Las Vegas Raiders bringing in Kellen Moore gets a B grade. Moore is known for offensive creativity and has shown he can design productive passing systems. That could bring a new dimension to this team. At the same time, being a first-time head coach comes with challenges, especially when it comes to managing the entire roster. So when you step back and look at all these hires together, the pattern becomes clear. The highest grades go to situations where the coach clearly matches what the team needs right now, whether that is stability, development, or identity. The middle tier is where the idea makes sense, but there is still one major question that needs to be answered. That could be experience, system fit, your overall direction. And the lower grades are not bad hires, they are just longer-term bets where the results will take time to fully show. At the end of the day, coaching hires are always about projection. We can analyze experience, system, and fit, but the real answer only comes when the season starts and everything is tested. But based on what we know right now, this is where these new head coaches stand.